Hello everyone, we are from Tutorial 2, Group 1, and the topic that we are presenting now is Chapter 6, Planning and Goal Setting. I'm Wan Yi, and here are my group members, Jianing, Jiaqian, Yuxin, Gabriela, Yixuan, Huiyin, Xingxiang, Zihui, and Shenghong. Question 1. Why are formal plans generated? There are three reasons of formal plans being generated. Firstly, formal plans are used to define specific goals which cover a specific time period. Secondly, through formal plans, goals are able to be written down and allow the goals to be available to organization members. Lastly, by using the goals that are set to develop specific formal plans, it clearly defines the path of the organization will take to get from where it is to where it wants to be. Let's see an example. A company has established a goal of getting an increment of sales by 10% within a month, and this goal is specifically for the sales department. By setting this formal plan, the sales staff from the organization will need to comply to the steps in chronological order and predict the risk and uncertainty that they might face during the process. The staffs clearly understand what steps they should be conducting during the whole process. In addition, they will also work together while completing their task, which is also a way of team building. This is because through team working, the organizational productivity and efficiency will be improved. This means that the resources are being used efficiently. Moreover, with the help of formal plans, the organization is able to create competitive advantages. This is said so as while the organization is wanting to increase their sales, the sales staffs will take their responsibility in doing research on strategies of attracting customers from buying their products. Through doing research, they will find out their customers' preferences and make amendments which adapts their choices. They know their customers better than other competitors, which causes the organization to gain competitive advantage. That's all for question 1. Thank you.
Greetings to Dr. Kwa and my friends. My name is Lim Jia Qian, and today I'm going to present for question 2, why planning is beneficial. Planning is the first function approach, and it includes defining the organization's goals or objectives, establishing an overall strategy for accomplishing those goals, and developing a detailed hierarchy of plans to integrate and coordinate the activities. It concerns with what is to be done and how it is to be done. First of all, planning is beneficial because it helps to reduce uncertainty and manage the risk. In this changing environment that affected by the internal and external environment, there are various types of risks. Planning plays an important role because it forces the managers to look ahead, anticipate the challenges, and consider the impact of changing. With the help of planning, managers can develop appropriate responses. Uncertainties can be forecasted through planning. For example, the unpredictable outbreak of COVID-19 has affected most of the organizations. With the help of a good planning, strategy can be developed in order to reduce the loss of the organizations to a minimum level. Besides, planning helps to establish coordinated effort. It helps the managers and employees to keep the focus on a goals, and it provides a direction for allowing the development of a tactical strategy. Therefore, the employees can clearly know what they must contribute, and they will feel more engaged as well as motivated if they understand the relevance of their work. Undoubtedly, this can help to boost the team spirit among the employees because they work hand in hand together efficiently and effectively in order to achieve the organization's goals. In addition, planning is beneficial because it helps to reduce overlapping and wasteful activities. Planning helps to clarify the responsibilities and expectations of each department. Therefore, Each department are work on the right path to prevent doing the wasteful activities. This can help to reduce the wastage of time and resources in order to improve the productivity of an organization. For example, plannings help an organization to make an estimation on how long the project will take to complete and making it easier to calculate on how many resources will be needed. Therefore, plannings help an organization to form a detailed resource schedule to track the duration and money spent in order to cut off the unnecessary expenses. Furthermore, planning helps to establish the goals or standards that facilitate the controls. This is because planning can show the objective for each organizational department and help the managers to prioritize the activities depending on their relevance to the goal. When the managers develop a plan, they can see whether the plans are carried out and the goals are met. If the significant deviations are identified, corrective action can be taken, and after evaluating the various alternatives, they will make decisions about the best action to take in order to achieve the goals. In this way, they must formulate the necessary steps and ensure effective implementation of plan in order to achieve an organization's goals.
Question 3. Describe in detail the 6-step strategic management process. Step 1. Identify mission, goals, and strategies. The managers define long-term and short-term objectives and steps to achieve them in the mission and vision statement. Mission of 99 Speed Mart. By incorporating both elements of saving time and money for the consumers, 99 is truly near and safe. The purpose of existence of Speed 99 is written in the mission, to be near and safe for the customers. Therefore, Speed 99 located themselves near the neighborhood centers or housing areas and have more than 2,000 outlets, so you can find them anywhere and everywhere if you need them. Besides, Speed 99 achieved the optimum economies of scale to lower their price of the product. Step 2. External analysis. External analysis analyzes the factors, forces, situations, and events outside an organization that affects its performance. Firstly, managers need to analyze the competitions and the substitutes with advanced technology. For example, the managers of Proton should analyze ProDuo because they both manufacture affordable cars. Proton should also analyze Tesla because they made electric car that may replace petrol car due to the rising awareness in protecting the environment. Secondly, consider the pending legislation while analyzing. For example, the managers in plastic manufacturing industry should expect the collapse in sales when the state government incurred 20-cent pollution charge for each plastic bag. Managers also examine all components of the environment to cope up with the trend. Proton followed the trend as they have recently made an announcement to offer its own brand electric vehicle in the future. The purpose of external analysis is to discover the opportunities and threats to the organization. Step 3. Internal analysis. Internal analysis provides information about an organization's specific resources and capabilities. They analyze the financial positions of the companies, the skills of the employees, and their productivity. This helps them to find their core competency, which are the major value-creating capabilities to be fully utilized by the managers. Internal analysis aims to find the weaknesses and strengths of the companies. The combination of internal and external analysis is known as SWOT analysis. Step 4. Formulating strategies. After completing the SWOT analysis, the managers will formulate the strategies. They will take into consideration the reality of external environment and the available resources and capabilities when developing the strategies to improve efficiency and effectiveness. Managers try to formulate 3 types of strategies: corporate, business, and functional. Step 5. Implementing strategies. The implementation of strategies is the process of turning plans into actions to reach its desired outcome. For example, they can develop new plans, creating new policies and tactics, and providing training programs to the workers, and creating standard operating procedures for them to follow. Step 6. Evaluating strategies. This is an act of reviewing a particular corporate strategy to ensure that it functions correctly. Evaluation questions to be answered. How effective have the strategies been at helping organization to reach its goals? What adjustments are necessary? Does the organization need to be reorganized? What other improvements can be made to the strategies implemented?
Hello, my name is Liao Xinxiang and my matrix number is 2204210. Today I'm going to talk about the question number 4, which is how would SWOT analysis strengthen the strategic management process externally and internally? First of all, what is SWOT analysis stands for? The acronym of SWOT stands for strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats. SWOT analysis is a framework for identifying and analyzing an organization's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. The primary goal of SWOT analysis is to increase awareness of the factors that go into a business decision or establishing a business strategy. And to do this, SWOT analysis analyze the internal and external environment and the factors that can impact the viability of a decision. SWOT model is an excellent tool for internal analysis since it encourages you to think about your organization. Internal analysis focuses on evaluating all aspects of the organization itself. A business can use SWOT analysis to identify current strengths and weaknesses in their internal focus activities. Next, performing a SWOT analysis is important because it helps to build a common understanding of the company among the leadership team. This is an immediate benefit of doing a SWOT analysis because their leaders will be more aligned because they will be looking at the company through the same lens. Otherwise, it is difficult to agree on action and strategies since they may not see the business in the same way. Last but not least, SWOT analysis also helps a business to envision a goal that maximizes their strengths and alert them towards threats that could harm the success. And thus, the business can improve and make a change in direction in their strategic management to avoid any threats. Now, let us switch gears and talk about the external or environmental analysis. Unlike internal analysis, an external analysis is less about the organization itself and more about its business environment. A business can use SWOT analysis tool to identify opportunities and threats for external focused activities. By using SWOT analysis, a business can capture more hidden opportunities, and these useful opportunities can come from, for an instance, changes in competitive or regulatory circumstances, changes in government policy related to their field, or technology changes, and etc. Next, threats are external factors on which the company doesn't have control. No one likes to think about threats, but we still have to face them. Threats that might be faced by a company include the entrance of new competitors, slow market growth, and increased bargaining power of key buyers or suppliers. And all of these factors mentioned above can all be considered by a company or a business in their strategic management so that they can have a bigger picture about what is going on and what might be potentially faced by the company, and thus make a better improvement in their strategic management.
Greetings to Dr. Kwai and my fellow friends. My name is Gabriela and my record number is H2184214. I will representative our groups to answer question number 5. The question is, organizations that fail to plan are planning to fail. Agree or disagree? Explain your position. Organizations that fail to plan are planning to fail. This quote by Benjamin Franklin can be taken by its literal meaning that failing to plan for different situations that a business may face in its endeavors is basically setting the business and yourself up for failure even before the tasks are undertaken. I am agree with these statements as planning is the function of management, involves setting objectives and determining a course of action for achieving those objectives. So now I will explain about why planning is very important. First, planning provides directions. Planning assures that the objectives are firmly ascertained so that they serve as a model for determining what action should be taken and in which direction. If projects are well established, employees are informed of what the company has to do and what they need to accomplish those purposes. Example, a car manufacturing company gives targets to employees who decide their direction of work. Second, planning encourages innovative ideas. Since it is the primary function of management, new approach can take the form of actual plans. It is the most challenging project for the management as it lists all planned actions related to growth and of the business. Through innovative products, the companies maintain a competitive edge in the market, and it is planning through which it is decided how to innovate. The third one is planning decrease the chance of risk. Planning is an activity which permits a manager to look forward and predict changes. By determining in prior the task to be completed, planning knows the way to deal with changes and predictable effects. An organization might ensure its inventory yet an accident can take place and damage its assets. So the future is uncertain, yet we can minimize the risk by proper planning. The last one is planning as decision making. It encourages the manager to look into the future and make a decision from among several alternative plans of action. The manager has to assess each option and pick the most viable plan. For example, a group of marketing experts deciding for best marketing strategy for the product, chalk out different alternatives or evaluate these alternatives and finally select the best alternative. Now I would like to explain about what is strategic planning. Strategic planning is a planning process undertaken by the top-level management to decide where the organization wants to reach in future and what should be done to pursue the organizational vision, mission, and objectives. It is an analytical process which examines the micro and macro environment of business. The process is used to define the company's vision, ambitions, and set priorities to make a road that will lead the company towards its ultimate goal. The planning is not made for a particular department or unit, but it covers the entire organization. The strategic planning is done to determine the factors of the internal and external environment which directly influence the organization. The plan focuses on the enduring development of the organization. Organizations that fail to plan are planning to fail. Now I will give one of the examples of organizations that fail to plan. The example that I will give today is the failure of Nokia. As we know, Nokia was a global leader in telecoms and digital infrastructure. It was the world's largest vendor of mobile phones from 1998 to 2012. However, a series of bad decisions resulted in a Nokia failure. Now I will give one of the reasons why the failure of Nokia. The first one is not adapting to the environment. Nokia remained adamant about its feature phone as the world moved towards smartphone. As a result, it is believed that the future of mobile technology will be dominated by feature phone. This misinterpretation was the start of its downfall. Nokia was hesitant to upgrade to Android because it believed Android was not a mobile industry future, and customers would not migrate to it. Moreover, the company's management did not think of touch-screen smartphone as a necessity, which proved a failure for Nokia. Nokia remained stubborn when mobile phone manufacturers were busy improving and working on their smartphones. Samsung soon launched its Android-based range of phones with quality keypad layouts that were cost-effective and user-friendly. They understand the requirement of people, which is why they succeed in making their brands stand out in the market. The second reason I will give is the poor marketing strategies. When you look at the company's most successful strategy today, such as Apple, you will find that the company has never unpredictable launched any new product. Instead, the company keeps adding new products for its existing product portfolio. The Nokia marketing strategy failed and it tried to launch entire new models with different brand names, such as the N series, E series, and more. As a result, consumers were confused while making a choice, although it was unable to create a brand appeal for these products. If Nokia had used the umbrella branding strategy, it would have been easier for the company to increase the market share. In addition, with this strategy, the company would have been able to generate a better recall value for its product and create brand loyalty among its customers. The model of umbrella branding has been successful for Apple and Samsung. According to this model, the flagship product serves as a catch-all brand. When people think of Apple, they think of iPhone and Samsung Galaxy, but Nokia is not the same as Nokia. People still associate Nokia with Symbian OS and their feature phones and distinguish Nokia marketing strategy. The third point that I will give is adapting too slowly to the industry trends. Nokia was founded to make simple phones for people who didn't want to be bothered with complicated technology. The company was successful in that endeavor but failed to keep up with the times and eventually lost its market share to Apple and Samsung. And then, Nokia had a significant setback in 2007 when Apple launched the iPhones. This proved to be a turning point in the history of Nokia as they got their taste of defeat after years of unchallenged dominance in the mobile phone industry. This made Nokia realize that they needed to change their strategy, and they also came out with new smartphones. But it was too late as Samsung had already taken its place by then. Those of the 3 points is the reason of the failure of Nokia. Next, I will explain about what is operational planning. The process which predetermines the day-to-day activities of the business is known as operational planning. The planning is done to support the strategy planning to accomplish the organizational goals. In this process, short-run objectives of the company are determined as well as a means to achieve those objectives are also discovered. Middle-level management performs the function of the operational planning process. It includes planning of regular business activities and operation for a short period. Under this process, the organization is classified into the various departments, division, unit, and central for which planning is performed individually, which is aligned with the strategic planning to reach the organizational vision. So now I will give one of the example of operational plan. We can see from the example, Jen owns a marketing business and is looking to grow her company by 25% over the next 2 years by working with more clients. To meet this target, she creates an operational plan. So the goal is 25% increase in business growth measured in revenue. The timeline that we need to find is 2 years. The required resources that we need is customer service training, increase in fullness, and extra staff members. So the task to given is to learn how to engage and advertise to customer over the phone, to learn how to use email marketing to advertise, and to learn how to network to generate potential leads for the company. The budget that we given is £5 for 2 years. So the monitoring technique that we need is analyzing revenue over the next 2 years. That's all for the example of operational plan. I will pass it to my next presenter.
Hi everyone, I'm Yishen. Today I will be summarizing the case. The clothing retailer Primark, which offers a value range of products. The company has had an increasing number of stores, a larger two-handed area, and an increasing number of employees. Primark has extensive planning and goal setting. Primark prides itself on customer satisfaction, offering the best compensation and being one of the most popular retail employers. Primark's planning approach has clearly been working. Primark's planning for the future is well underway. Primark values the ability of its employees to set goals and strong organizational skills. Primark does not advertise either. Instead, it relies on public relations, word of mouth, and strategic positioning of key stores. Primark decided to acquire ethic trending status after 2000. Primark has implemented a number of practical solutions to fundamental problems and has been successful.
Hi, my name is Yuxing Liu and my matrix number is S2192123. Now I'm going to answer questions 6 to 11. Discuss Primark's decision to bypass e-commerce. From my perspective, in terms of planning and decision-making, Primark's decision of bypassing e-commerce is within reasonable and makes sense. As you can see in the case, many of its fast fashion clothing products began as low as $4, and this took an enormous number of sales to offset the setup cost. He believes that the increment of cost to set up an e-commerce site would pull up the product's price so that less consumers are willing to purchase Primark's products. This brings that his plan is to focus on the ability to offer fast fashion products at the lowest possible price and pays particular attention to instantly hooking consumers with its shop fittings, layout, and visual merchandising. According to the good outcomes, I think Primark's decision makes sense. That's all. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Tang Jianing and my match number is S2167578. Today I'm going to talk about question 12, which is differentiate Primark's marketing from that of other retailers. I can see 4SP marketing in Primark. They are price, product, place, and promotions. Let's start by taking a look at price. Price is the amount that consumers will be willing paid for a product. It must link the price to the product's real and perceived value, while also considering supply costs, seasonal discounts, competitors' prices, and retail markup. Primark offers amazingly affordable price that attract millions of consumers. Having low prices for their commodities, the ability to maintain low prices on Primark's product across all stores spread across Europe has been another competency factor that has enabled the company to tower above its competitors. Next, I want us to focus on product. The type of product dictates in part how much it will cost, where it should be placed, and how it should be promoted. Primark is a leading retailer's brand with several products from different brands available in its stores. Additionally, their collections include menswear, footwear, children's clothing, beauty products, home accessories, and even confectionaries. A wide offers and basic styles appeal to customers from different walks of life. Besides, most of the products are positioned as lower-priced alternatives to premium or luxury goods. For example, Primark has once released a pair of shoes almost identical to ones by the designer brand Alexandra, but costing much less. It shows its customers do not need to spend a fortune to have a wardrobe filled with on-trend pieces. When it's turned to place, which is the consideration of where the product should be available in brick-and-mortar stores and online, and how they will be displayed. That means placing the product only in a certain stores and getting displayed to the best advantage. The products of Primark are available in over 370 stores in 12 countries across Europe and the United States. The biggest store is situated in the UK, which with nearly 11 million square feet of retail space throughout the world. Big and more outlet attract line. The last one is promotions. The goal of promotion is to communicate to consumers that they need this product and that it's priced appropriately. Promotion encompasses advertising, public relations, and the overall media strategy for introducing a product. Primark is one of the few brands which does not resort to any sort of marketing as such. It relies on word-of-mouth marketing, satisfy customers, spread the name of the retailer around, resulting in more customers being drawn to it, thus making advert cost down.
Now I will present question 13. Provide examples of fast fashion chains in your country. How would they cope with competition from an expanding retailer like China? In Malaysia, there are several examples of fast fashion chains such as H&M, Zara, and Padini. In order to cope with competition from an expanding retailer like Primark, the fast fashion chains in Malaysia can use sales promotion strategies to promote their products either on their in-store, digital marketing platforms, and official websites. In this case, they can use several promotion strategies such as special discounts on festivals, for example Chinese New Year. They can also increase their sales by offering online discount coupon codes. For instance, 40% off can be provided for customers that purchase via their official website, social media, and e-commerce platforms, as most of them are more likely to purchase online. Next, the implementation of traffic solutions such as fashion influencers can be applied by them. It is because influencers will attract more customers and generate more revenue. In such, they can have the collaborations with a local fashion influencer, and the influencer can have a photo shooting session with them and also provide product reviews and subsequently post on their social media to attract and engage their followers. Thus, they can reach their target and gain customer trust easily. Lastly, they must understand the consumer's needs in order to respond rapidly to the latest fashion trends, to seize these opportunities and make it available in the market in the shortest time before it loses appeal. They can leverage technology so that it can understand and serve customers better. By doing so, consumers' experience in retail stores and online purchase can complement one another. This will also allow them to have the ability to cope with the competition from an expanding retailer and not be eliminated by market. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Sheng Hong and today I'm going to present the question 6-14. And the question is, what types of planning and goal setting are described in this case and how would it help Primark's future operation and expansion? First of all, what type of planning is Primark's company actually using? In my point of view, they are using the formal planning. And why I say that? That is because their company is setting a lot of specific goals and targets in the specific period of time. For example, first one, they encourage employees to make their own goals. And secondly, they offer fast fashion products at the lowest possible prices. And thirdly, they focus on how to instantly hook customer. About the lowest possible prices, I searched online about their shop and stores. They really offer a very low price on their products like jean pants or the t-shirt, just as low as £4, £5, and some of them even just cost me £3. So it's really very cheap, and especially for the young consumer like me. And then they also focus on how to instantly hook consumers. Their company always plan new strategic and tactic to tackle the consumers, to make consumer buy more about their product. They always know how to hook the consumers. And secondly, I've talked about the type of goal setting they are using. So very obvious, they are using the management by objective, which we call MBO. They set specific goals like expansion. They want to open more branches, and also for their employees, they also try to increase their wages. And of course, for the company, they do a lot of long-term and lasting improvement. They have this kind of goal setting. I think is a very good phenomenon. And then they also have participative decision making. So in the cases stated, they are not doing any e-commerce at all. They are not doing any online shop. They just focus on physical sale. But a bit weird is yeah, like what I say, I just searched online about their product. So maybe because of this era, they have to force themselves to do e-commerce because online shopping is now very normal already, right? Furthermore, how would those planning and goal setting actually help Primark's future expansion and also their operations? So about the formal planning, about encourage their employees to making their own goals. Actually, this could make their employees feels a greater connection to their organization and also provide motivation and commitment among themselves. When the employees have a goals in their hearts, in their minds, they actually want to really work hard for the company. But first of all, as a manager or as the head of the company, you have to make sure that your employees really enjoy working in that environment. So that's why we have to encourage them. Okay, and then secondly, their formal planning about tackling the consumer minds. So like what I say, they are doing a lot of stuff in the affordable price that could attract a lot of young consumer nowadays. When they attract the young consumers, of course their sales will be really increase a lot, because nowadays a lot of young consumers love fashion a lot, really love fashion a lot, so they do it very well. And also they do a lot of improvement on their shop fittings, layout, and also visual merchandising. So this could really make a lot of effect, because the appearance of the shop, the layout is really very important for now. Lastly is about their goal setting, which is they set a lot of specific goals. So what are the benefits that those organizations setting specific goals? For me, there are two main benefits. First one, which is making goals as specific as possible can ensure better execution planning. And secondly, it could provide a future direction for the business, which help guides in everyday decision making processes. In specific goal setting, I think that Primax company actually showed a very good example. Like expansion. They really did that. They opened a lot of branches and they expand their store all around the world. And also they opened a lot of branches in Europe country. And about the wages increase, they did that too. They increase their employees' wages a lot. That's why, according to a tax, the demand of working in that company as an employee is actually very high. And also for the long-term and lasting improvement, they did that too. It's very obvious. They did a lot of like what I say, the layout, and then also visual merchandising. They did a lot of improvement for sure. I think that's the reason why they could make it so successful, and even they could take over a lot of fashion brands too. I think that Primax company really did it well in planning and also goal setting. That's all for me. Thank you.